Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome to another with these hands video. Can't speak today. It'll be okay. Um, so let me see. What are we gonna talk about today, y'all? I should actually do notes, start doing notes and stuff to keep myself from rambling. But hey, it is what it is. Okay, first things first. Let's do spinning first. Yeah. What have I been spinning? Well, remember that 50% silk, 50% yak. I finished spinning that. And I finished plying it, and I finished racking it and whacking it and whatever. And I got 490 yards of awesomeness. 3-ply. This is a 3-ply. Let me see. Trying to get something that everybody has probably at home to show you a reference of this how the 3-ply. It is a heavy lace to light fingering weight. Well, okay, most of you have these nitpick stitch markers. A lot of you have them. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it up next to that stitch marker so you can see. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can do it like that. Okay, so focus camera. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Maybe it don't autofocus. No. All right, let's see if it'll focus now. Okay, so you see it's thinner than one of those stitch markers. Okay, so yeah, Liz, you better make something really gorgeous with this fiber because this was a headache. It was easy to spin. It was just because of the silk content, it was a long spin. So it wasn't a headache as in it was hard to spin, no. It was like took forever to spin it because of all that silk, and it took forever to ply it. And this was 6 ounces of fiber, 490 yards. So of heavy lace to light finger. So I think it did pretty darn good. Alright, so that's completed spinning. Well, it's not complete because I gotta now move it from the spindles onto a bobbin and then ply it. What I do is I wind it off the bobbins, slowly trailing on the spinning wheel. I wind it off the spindles onto the bobbin, and I add a little bit more twist to it because it is being spun while I'm walking, so the twist is not going to be consistent. So that adds just a little bit more twist to it, and that way I know for sure it won't be pulling apart. And then I let it rest on the bobbin for about a week before I then ply in a 3-ply yarn, and then I will wash it and thread it to balance the yarn out. But I'll show you. Let me see if I have a similar braid of roving that I can show you guys what I was doing, what I was spinning. Okay. All right, so this braid of roving is similar to the one that I just spun on the spindles. It goes from this gray to this mottled gray to this, different shades of green. Okay, so that's how it goes, and it's 4-ounce braids, and this is Romney fiber, and it'll soften up a lot more when I wash it. So I have one. Now all these were spun during my breaks at work that I talked to you guys about. I get a 15-minute break in the morning. I get a 15-minute break in the afternoon. And during my 15-minute break, I do a half a mile around the building walking, and while I'm walking, I'm spinning. So I'm getting some exercise and I'm making yarn. So you can't beat that. So I got all these from 4 ounces done during my breaks at work. So yeah, and that's also how I got the nice tan, by walking at work. So yeah, so now I just got to get them all off and do what I told you guys I was going to do. So I have to pick another braid. I'm going to do something more fun, something more colorful for tomorrow. And just go ahead and spin these up on the spinning wheel so that I can have enough to do like maybe a pair of socks in the gradient. And so yeah, so you can get a lot done walking and spinning. That's why I tell you guys, if you have spindles and you like spinning on spindles, take a spindle with you everywhere you go. You can be so productive that it would be amazing. You know, just going on a walk and spinning 100 or more yards while you're walking every day for a month or two, and you've spun 4 ounces just on your breaks while you're exercising. You can't beat that. So yeah, so try and do that. Try and learn how to do suspended spinning while you're walking. And I do not walk slow. I walk at a pace that I can do a mile in 13 minutes. That's how fast I'm walking, and the whole time I'm spinning. So yeah, I'm not stopping and spinning. I'm walking the entire time. Now, when we go on our 4-mile walk on the weekends, I do not take my spindles and stuff because we're going up an incline onto a bridge and then down the other side of the bridge. And this is a bridge that spans the Elizabeth River. It's called the Berkeley Bridge in Norfolk, Virginia. And then we're walking down past the Tidewater Ballpark, crossing the railroad track. And then we're going down to Bremerton Avenue, where Norfolk State University is at. And we're hanging a right and we're going down. And we're going to cross exit ramp and on ramps for 264, Interstate 264. And so I need to pay attention to what I'm doing and where I'm going. After we do that, we go up another incline, which is a greater incline than the one for the Berkeley Bridge, which is also a drawbridge. So if you get there at the wrong time, you gotta wait because they're gonna lift the bridge, which kind of interrupts your pace. But you can kind of like turn around, walk back down, and turn back around and walk back up while you wait for them to finish with the bridge thing. So, and then you get up to the top of the Compostela Bridge, and from the top of the Compostela Bridge, if you look to your left, you can see downtown Virginia Beach. You look to your right, you can see some of the Portsmouth buildings and stuff. It's awesome. It's an awesome view. And so then you go down there, and then you gotta walk, and then you walk by the graveyard, and and yeah. It's a 4-mile hike, but it's a very interesting hike. And we see new stuff every day. Like I see new plants and stuff that's growing, and I'll point them out to my husband. Like we saw some wild blackberries growing beside the fence. Chinese paper lanterns, you know, just all kinds of stuff you see. The orange trumpet plant, trumpet flower. Just lots and lots of interesting things to see when you're walking. And walking at a good pace. Usually when I'm with my husband, our pace slows down to about anywhere from 17 minutes to 18 minutes a mile, because we're usually talking and stuff, and then it'll make me get a little bit more winded. And lately it's been so hot that I get to the end of the Berkeley Bridge and it's a mile. Excuse me, at that point, and I reached the point where, okay, we're going to do 2 miles a day. We're going, like, during the week, we do 2 miles. We go down to the end, do a U-turn, and come back home, because it's too hot to be out there that long. I'm losing inches. I've lost some more weight, but I'm losing more inches doing this. So I want to lose weight the healthy way, which is through diet and exercise. But that's my choice. But I'm also not trying to do things that might cause injury to my feet, because I'm still a diabetic, even though my goal is this time next year to be off all my medications. So keep your fingers crossed for me on that. I'm hoping that through diet and exercise I will be able to get off my medications, but because the diabetes is on both sides of my family, my immune system could be compromised to the point where even though I've lost all this weight and I've gotten healthier and everything, I may still end up having to take this medication for the rest of my life. I might be able to get off my blood pressure medication, but my blood pressure medication is mostly for fluid retention. So even when I was skinny, I was retaining fluids, and that's why I ended up on the blood pressure meds. So not sure why that happens, but we'll see. So just keep your fingers crossed for me. I just want to get off as many of the meds as I only have 3 really. Well, I have Nexium whenever my gastric reflux is acting up, and usually what causes my gastric reflux is if I eat something that is too acidic, too tomatoey, or something that has red dye in it. So I try to avoid beverages with red dye, and I don't even drink red wine anymore. I can't drink any wine anymore because wine actually gives me gastric reflux. Before it's just the red wine, but now it's any wine gives me gastric reflux. And so I try to avoid stuff with red dyes and things like that. Eating tomatoes doesn't really bother me, but tomato sauces will. I'm guessing that if I do my own tomato sauces, I probably won't have a problem. But it could be some preservative. And some of those tomato sauces you see in the store, they do have dyes added to those sauces that you see in the store. It has to be 100% organic, and that's expensive. So, but this is one of my meds. This is the metformin that they refill. They give my refill on, and this one is supposed to be blackberry flavor, and there's 500 milligrams. As if I'm gonna have it in my mouth long enough to taste it. Because as soon as I pop them in, I drink a big swig of water, and boom, that's that. The other medicine I take is simvastatin, which is for my low cholesterol level. My low cholesterol level. Yeah, we eating Chinese today, so yeah, real healthy, being bad. That's Marissa, my baby. Come on, tell everybody thank you. Come here.
Thank you. My trip to Texas was successful, and I made gold in the competition that I was competing in. So thank you guys for all your support and your efforts to keep me doing positive things.
Thank you. And shut the door behind some Moochie says out. So yeah, so my baby got gold. Gold. All right. So yeah, that's my second drug that I'm on. More than likely, the one that she'll probably take me off of after I go to the doctor Saturday, and we'll discuss my test results then. And then in 3 months when I go back, because she's probably going to make me wait another 3 months. If I go back in 3 months, if my low cholesterol levels are normal and my high cholesterol levels are normal, she'll take me off this meds, but she'll tell me to keep it. So that the next 3 months, if it goes up or down, if it goes up again, then I already have my prescription. Mooshie's in here. Y'all see her back there? And now she can't get out, so she's meow. She's too big to scoot on the door now. And then the other one I take is my fluid pill, which is also for my blood pressure, and that's the hydrochlorothiazide. So yeah, so this is my hydrochlorothiazide. And she'll probably be renewing. I got 2 refills left. Oh, okay, never mind. Stop, Mooshie. So yeah, so those are the 3 drugs that I take, and I'm hoping to get weaned off of at least the simvastatin and the metformin by this time next year. So keep your fingers crossed for me. The only bad thing about losing weight is I feel like my boobs are bigger, which I know they're not. It's just because my shoulders are slimming down more and my arms are slimming down more. So I let y'all guys see the muscle. So, which I don't like because the muscle sticks out more. But nothing I can do about it. Country girl, grew up lifting heavy things. So, but yeah, keep your thumbs up for me. Keep your fingers crossed for me. If you got any tips, any dieting tips, you got any good smoothie recipes, you want to share, feel free to send that information my way. Because for me, it's more about exercising and monitoring what I eat. For me, that is more important to me than being skinny. I'm never going to be skinny because I don't have the bone structure or the muscle. What's the word? I have too much muscle. My muscles on my legs, from playing basketball and volleyball growing up, my muscles on my legs are just as developed as the ones on my arms. I will never be some little skinny, tiny person. I've always had wide hips. But I want to be the healthiest me I can be. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Which means I will lose inches as far, as things slim down and tone back up. But Mooshie, stop it. Stop being bad. But, it is what it is, and I've accepted that a long time ago when I got pregnant with my last child, after I blew up with him. I realized that, I'm older, and so unless I want to be having people saying, well, we can't, have her have a pallbearers, we're going to have to roll her out the church. So, yeah. I'm thinking about that too. I'm thinking about my family, and I don't want nobody getting a bad back trying to carry me out the church when my day comes. Say hello. Say I'm Mooshie and I'm bad. Say I'm Mooshie and I'm bad. Yes, I know. I know. You can't get out. I know. You're so devastated. You shouldn't have come in here. You were being nosy. You're probably chasing people. Mooshie is very playful, very wild, and she's a biter. She loves to bite. But she doesn't usually bite you hard. She just like gnaws, like this. She's not biting you to hurt you. But she's also a grabber. See? Yes, Mooshie, we know. Yes, Mooshie, I know. I know. And you say no, no, no. And when you do that, when you tell her no, she takes it and she starts thumping her tail real hard, like she's getting aggravated with you because you're telling her not to do something. So she knows what no means. And I'm gonna let her out. Come on. Come on. Shoo shoo. Okay, so Mooshie has been freed from her captivity. She can go downstairs and harass people. Alright. Knitting wise, I am currently knitting another owl bottle like a bottle cozy. Hey, we finally get some rain. For like a coffee cup for my daughter, because she loves owls. She even has an owl tattoo. She has the owl earrings that she loves to wear for pudding. Those of you who are local and know me and watch my videos, hey Ashley. Ashley is Mixed Plate 84 for those of you who might follow her over on Ravelry. She's a sock designer, and she's also local to me here, and she's part of Yarn for Breakfast. So give a shout out to her. Go check out her page over on Ravelry. Check out her sock patterns. Proceeds from her sock patterns goes to I think it's the Neurofibromalacia. I might not be saying that right. Foundation. It is the one where the kids have the tumors that grow along their nerves. Let me see. And her son Evan suffers from this particular and it's hereditary, this particular disorder. So the proceeds go to the foundation, and basically the foundation helps kids and families who have this particular with various things that they may need along the way while the kids are being treated. And sometimes it requires surgery. Some kids have to have several surgeries. So you can go and look that up. I'll get a link from Ash and I'll put it on this video as well. So yeah. So my local people, they know what I'm talking about. Anyway. And the other thing that I'm working on is not knitting. It is crochet. And it is a crochet top. And it's for the winter, but it's also short sleeve. So this is the top. The top, it's going to be like the front and back. So it's going to be like the front and back. It's just squares. It's going to be a very simple. I'm starting to thunder like it's a very simple one. It's just going to be front and back and some sleeves. Okay, it's not complicated. So I know there's no pattern. It's just me playing around trying to figure some stuff out. And then once I do that, I'll be ready to actually try some actual, because if I can do this, then I'm sure I can follow a pattern and make something even more nice and shapely and whatnot. So that is what I'm currently working on. That's what I finished. I finished another water bottle cozy like this, and I did it in Dallas Cowboy colors, and I gave it to someone at work to that was a to use, or to find someone who was a Dallas Cowboy fan to use. I also made one. I told you I made another one like this one in this colorway, the black light, that I gave to a lady at work who was having a rough time with her productivity. And so I gave it to her to cheer up, and she won't even use it. She's like, I have it hanging on the back of my chair, and I get so many nice compliments from my family and friends that come over. I'm afraid to use it. I don't want to use it. I don't want to mess it up. And I'm like, it's just a water bottle cozy. And she's like, oh, it's too pretty. So, yeah, if you wanted to hang there forever, then fine. That's not sure. Hey, it's yours. You can do what you want to with it, but I gave it to you to use. It's a functional work of art. So yeah. Shawls. I haven't done any more shawls, but I'm getting ready to start one in red. It will be a granny square shawl, and it's gonna be used as a prize for one of the managers out their team. I did make 2 Hello Kitty hats. I put pictures on Instagram, I think, of one of the hats, but I did 2 of them. One for a mom and one for a daughter. And that won't take long. So it was like a day and a half of just working on it in the car at lunchtime, and did some of it at home, and that was it. It was done. And that's really it. That's all I've done. I know I don't have stuff to show, but I like, as soon as I finish something, to get it out of my way so I can move on to the next project and not have something just sitting around wondering, like, that's just me though. Things I have planned, I still have Marissa's other purple shawl to finish. I have the socks over there to do, which I'm thinking of just doing tube socks so I can hurry up and knock those suckers out once I finish this other stuff. And I also have that other top that I'm knitting from the Malabrigo book. So I still have that top to do as well, because I want to make a bunch of just simple tops for work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to let you guys go. Oh, the garden update. I will try and do a garden update this weekend. We're getting some rain, so hopefully I'll have a bunch of cucumbers out there. But like I said before, I might end up having to scrap the rest of my squash plants because of the squash borers. And then next year, I don't think I will be growing traditional squash. Next year, I think I will be growing the cushaw squash and growing the round zucchini that vines. And I'll be growing it probably from a pot and have some kind of trellis or something for it to grow up, because they only get about this big, softball size, a little bit smaller than softball size. Bigger than a baseball, but smaller than a softball, somewhere around there. Navel orange size, yeah. A nice size navel orange. Not little giant ones though. And they're very tasty. They're good for zucchini bread, and they're also good for frying up with some onions, fresh onions. It's really nice. Um, Art supplies. We went to Jerry's Artorama the other day, and they had those Strathmore the toned paper. The small books were on sale for like $4, so I grabbed one, and just so I could try one out and see how I like it. But I haven't used it yet. As you know, I haven't been doing a lot of drawing lately anyway. And I picked up this. It is the Lumiere by Jacquard. It's the Halo Blue Gold. It's a dye for fabric. in textiles, it says. So I'm going to see what happens when I put some of this on roving. Wish me luck. So I'm experimenting. So yeah, that's it. Y'all take care. And I will try and get you another video next week. Or actually, Saturday when I film the garden. I'll try to get you a video. Take care.